Welcome to Walnut Medical Services Home Fill Oxygen System video instructions. The home fill system is this unit here, which allows a patient to fill their own tanks, whether it's the small B tank or a D tank. It allows them to fill this tank at their home instead of having to call every week for refills, and it also allows us to manage our deliveries better by not having to make trips every week to a patient's house, especially patients who live further away. It's a very easy to use system. It works with two different concentrators. It works with our Perfecto 5-liter concentrator. So if you're on 3 liters or less, you'll be using the Perfecto oxygen concentrator with the home fill system. It also works with the Platinum 10 oxygen concentrator. If you're on 4 or 5 liters, you will need to use the Platinum 10 concentrator to fill the tanks. The home fill system itself takes 2 liters worth of oxygen to fill each individual tank. So that's why if you are on 3 liters or less, you will use this, because that will allow saves 2 liters of oxygen flow to come to the home fill system. The max the home fill system can fill at is 5 liters. So that's why a patient who is on 4 or 5 liters has to use a Platinum 10, because you still need 2 additional liter flow for the home fill system. So if you're on 4, that means we need 6 liters of oxygen, which of course this only goes to 5, and it works the same way with if you're on 5, still needs 2 liters of oxygen to fill the tank. So that makes 7, which is also more than the 5-liter machine is capable of. But the max that can be done is 5 liters for the home fill system to work. So you have to be on 5 or less to be able to use the home fill system to fill your own tanks. Okay, so the way this works, put this on the floor here. We'll start with the 5-liter concentrator. Your tubing, you use your machine like you normally would. It will fill the tanks while you're using your concentrator. The concentrator has to be running for the home fill system to work. So the way that's accomplished is there's a clear tube here. We also have one that's like a curled tube. They work the same way. And on the back of the machine, there's a little port down here with a green tab on it. So you'll make sure you remove the tab, and you're going to take the white tip of the tube, and it's going to click into place. There's a little silver button on the side. You're going to push that in so it allows the white tip to slide in there, and it'll click when it's in place. So once you hear the click, you know it's connected. So now we have the hose coming from the 5-liter concentrator going to the back of the side of the home fill unit. So this will be your supply line from your concentrator to the home fill unit, which will allow the tank to fill. Okay. So for this case, the Perfecto has a black rack that sits on top of the concentrator, and the Platinum 10 has a tannish rack that will fit on top of that one, which I'm just going to use the black rack for right now. So the home fill is going to sit on top of your oxygen concentrator like that. Okay, so when you're going to start to fill a tank, you want to make sure your tank has less than half of the oxygen in it. So if you're below 50%, you can top off your tank. If it's more than 50% full, you cannot fill, and will not allow the machine to fill the oxygen tank. So you want to make sure your tank is closed. Where the toggle is, remember, clockwise closes the tank, so you make sure that's closed at all times. Most of the tanks have a black cap on the gold port. This port is going to fit onto the home fill system up here. There's a cap on the home fill system. You will remove that, and you're going to set your tank with the gold port connected to the gold adapter, and you'll hear it click into place with the silver coupler here. Okay, so you're going to turn your oxygen concentrator on. Now, since this is a 5-liter machine, we're going to need 2 liters of oxygen to fill this tank. We have to make sure that your liter flow ball is below 3. It can be 3 or less. So I'm going to set that at 3. So now I got 3 liters of oxygen coming out through your tube into your cannula, and we have 2 liters of oxygen flowing into the home fill unit up top. Okay. On the top of the home fill system, there's an on and off switch. You're going to flip that switch, and there's 3 lights. There's a red light that says attention, a yellow light that says below normal, and then a green light that will say full, and also on the left-hand side up top here, it's going to say filling. So currently the machine says O2 below normal, but that's standard because the machine is warming up. It takes a few minutes for the concentrator to get up to the proper oxygen percentage and send enough oxygen into this home fill unit to start filling the tank. So that'll be a few minutes until that happens. When it does happen, it's going to flip from yellow for below normal to filling, and it'll start to fill the oxygen tank from there. It will take about an hour and 15 minutes to fill a completely empty oxygen tank that is the size B, which is the smallest one. Okay. The bigger D tank is going to take you about 3 hours or so to fill that tank when it's completely empty. So what we recommend is you fill these tanks in the evening before you go to bed. That way, if you have appointments the next day, your tanks are already full and ready to go for you. That way you don't have to wait around for them to fill in the morning or in the afternoon whenever you're trying to get out the door. So you're going to want to make sure if you go somewhere, you come home, turn on your concentrator, hook up your home fill, pop your tank on, and it starts to fill. Like I said, it's very simple. You just take the tank on there like I did, you're going to push it down, it automatically clicks into place, and you make sure your machine's on running and it's on 3 or less, and you turn the power on up here, and it's going to do its thing. Like I said, it's going to take about an hour and 15 minutes for it to fill this tank completely full. 3 hours for a D cylinder. Okay. It's the same concept when you're using the Platinum 10 concentrator, except for this is for patients who have to use, who are on 4 or 5 liters. You would have that machine instead of the Perfecto. But everything else, how the home fill system works, is the same. Does not change. Okay. So once again, a quick review. Make sure your machine is on. 3 liters or less on the Perfecto. 5 liters or less on the Platinum 10. You're going to take your tank, connect it. It's going to clip into the. It's going to click into the coupler, and you'll hear it click. You're going to turn your home fill system on. 3 lights will come on, and just now the yellow light went off from below normal and is now on green and it says filling. You can hear there's a clicking going on because that is the home fill system now working, taking the oxygen from the bottom unit, coming into the home fill and putting it into the cylinder connected to the home fill system. It's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes or so for the B tank, about 3 hours or so for the D tank to fill. Okay. Once your tank is full, it's going to flip over to say full. You turn the machine off, remove the tank. If you have additional tanks to fill, you just do the whole process all over again. What's nice about this is once the tank is full, and if you put that on while you're sleeping, this top unit, once it's full, it will ultimately shut off once it's done filling that tank and the tank is completely full. So you don't have to worry about it running all night. It will turn off and not fill the tank anymore. So it can only hold so much oxygen, so it's going to shut itself off. So that's what's really nice and convenient. You're sitting at home, you're going to go to bed, you have one empty tank, you hook it up, pop it on, fill it, and when you wake up in the morning, you'll have all your tank. Your tank will be full for you. As you can see, here's your filling light is on, so you know your machine is working right. When it is full, the light here will light up and say it is full. So that's when you'll know that it's done and ready for you. The second one up here, it says O2 below normal, is the yellow light that will come on when you first turn the machine on until it gets up to the proper percentage to allow the machine to start working. And then the top one is the red attention light. If that comes on, there's a malfunction with the unit. What you're going to want to do is you're going to call our number here on the stickers that say Walnut Medical Services, and it has our phone numbers listed here for you. As you can see, there's on the unit itself here, there's visual instructions on how to connect your tank. So we're going to just say your tank is full. So you're going to shut this off. You're going to leave your machine running because you're still using your oxygen into your nose. And to disconnect, where the screen coupler is, all you do is pull down and lift the tank off, and it's ready to go. Okay? It's very simple. Once again, I'm going to show you. Now I'll show you how to connect the D-tank. Same thing applies. Slide a D-tank onto your system, and where your gold port is going to fit right into the coupler. You pull it down, it'll lock it into place. You can feel it's locked, and it's ready to go. And then up top, here's your on and off switch. Turn it on, your 3 lights light up. The O2 below normal light comes on. And once again, it'll take a couple minutes for that to click over to start filling your next tank. If you have any questions about your home fill system, if it's not filling or anything involving this system, please just give us a call, and one of our delivery techs will be able to assist you with troubleshooting, or if we have to come out to swap it out or to check it out for you, we will do that. So remember, the most important thing is you got to make sure your tank has less than half on the gauge, so that it allows enough room for the oxygen to fill up. If you got more than half the tank full here, it's not going to let you top it off. So other than that, if you have any questions, please just give us a call. Thank you.